gathering a source of guidance for all of us. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this gathering one of the means of our entry into Jannah. Tonight, last night I said something which a lot of brothers didn't agree with. For example, I said that if you can give me only half an hour more, we will be able to start our salah together. Alhamdulillah, inshallah, we will be able to finish our salah together. And in this way, according to the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we will get the reward of the entire night. And mashallah, may Allah give you jaza that you listen to me every single night so patiently. Sometimes I take, not sometimes, every single night. I take them more than 10 minutes. But still, mashallah, you listen to me so attentively, so patiently, and the feedback that I always get from you is very, very supportive. So jazakumullah khair. Thank you very much. And I know that I am a human being. At the end of the day, I can make some mistakes. There are things that I say probably that you don't agree with. There are some things that I will say that probably you get offended with. But at the end of the day, I don't mean anything bad, and my intentions are always pure and sincere. So last night when I said something, I was saying it because, we as human beings, we need some kind of incentive. And even in the books of hadith, there are chapters of virtues. There are chapters of fadail that you tell people that if you do this, you will get this. And when you say to the people, people will be encouraged to do it. So that was my aim. So a brother came to me afterwards, after we finished our Tarawih prayers, and he came to me and he said, Alhamdulillah, Mulana, I stayed with you and I finished the whole prayer with you, Alhamdulillah, but I have an idea for you. And if you give some more incentive to the people, if you tell them some more fadail, probably they will stay. And if you give them some kind of more incentive, so probably more of them. Alhamdulillah, a lot of you stayed last night. Jazakumullah khair. And the people who left, may Allah give you reward for that, because Allah knows your intention, and Allah is the one who's going to judge you at the end of the day. I'm no one to judge you. I'm no one. I can just tell you the fadail from the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I'm just someone who is conveying to you the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's it. So he said, Mulana, if you can give them more incentive. And actually it reminded me of the story that I mentioned to you last year, if you remember. There was an Imam Sahab in one of the villages of Indian subcontinent. And he was very much concerned about the people that they are not coming into the masjid to read their salah. So he was very concerned about that. And by the way, this is a rural community. This story has to do with the rural setting, with the rural community. So one day he stand up in the masjid and he made an announcement. He said, anyone who come to the masjid for 40 days, for 40 consecutive days, and reads his salah 5 times a day, every single day, in the masjid with Jamaat for 40 days, I will give him a bhans. I will give him an oxen. Not cow, oxen. Cow jo hai wo gai hai, to bhans I will give him an oxen, or probably cow. Buffalo. Okay. Chalo, jo bhi hai. But I will give you something. So there was an increase in attendance, and people started coming. So there was this one musalli, there was this one person, after 10 days, he walked up to Imam Sahib and he said, Imam Sahib, I'm on my way. Make sure you have my animal ready. Because 1/4 of the animal is mine now. So make sure you have my animal ready. So Imam Sahib said, don't worry, you will get your animal. Just complete 40 days, keep coming. And then after 20 days, he walked up to Imam Sahib again. Imam Sahib, half of that animal is mine. Imam Sahib said, don't worry, just keep coming, keep coming. After 30 days, Imam Sahib, on the 41st day, I will be coming with my carriage, make sure that my animal is ready. He said, don't worry, keep coming, keep coming. 41st day, he came to Imam Sahib. Imam Sahib, where is my animal? And Imam Sahib said, Yaar, I know I said that whoever comes to the masjid for 40 days consecutively, read every salah in Jamaat, read every salah in the masjid with Jamaat, I will give him an animal. But you don't really think that I can really give you an animal. At the end of the day, I'm an Imam. I can't afford to give you an animal. I just said it to encourage you. It was just some kind of incentive. It was something that I say to you so that you come to the masjid and read your salah. You can't expect me to give you an animal. I'm not that rich. So he said, Imam Sahib, you were so insincere in what you said. You were so insincere in what you said that I read all of my salah without wudu. All of the salah that I read in the masjid, I read without wudu. Because you were so insincere in what you said. So I don't want to see anything in which I don't have any sincerity. And by the way, brothers, one of the experiences that I had in my life, I understand this. I understand that this is a human nature. One of the experiences that I had in my life is that I went to a business school. And one of my most favorite classes was marketing class. So I took several courses in marketing. And I met people who are expert in this field and I spoke to them. I know one of the very interesting area in marketing field is that how you sell your products to the young people. How you sell your stuff to the young people. Because there is an assumption in the marketing area. And the assumption is that the young people, they are impulsive consumers. If they see something that they like it, they will buy it immediately. There is no thought process. So if there is something that is interesting, they will look at it. If there is something that is tempting, they will click on it. If there is something that they are really craving for, they will go and buy it right away. They will not think about it. And you know, if an iPhone is coming out, then I don't want to use it a month after the release date. I want to pre-order it. I want to use it. I want to be the first one to use an iPhone, right? This kind of impulsiveness. Because of this kind of impulsiveness, you know, there are entire departments in major corporations, in billion-dollar corporations, in trillion-dollar corporations. There are entire departments that are only dedicated to how to sell their products to the young people. That's it. That's their job. What kind of colors they like, what kind of music they like, what kind of products they like, what kind of strategies we can adopt to lure them more in and in and in. And all of this have to do with the idea of being impulsiveness. And you know, this idea of being impulsive, it means that we are not thinking about the future. We don't think that what is going to happen to us tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, or next week, or next year, or 10 years from now. We are not thinking about all of this stuff. The only thing we are thinking about is now. That's the most important thing for us. And if we want something now, then the only thing that matters is now. Nothing else matters. So if someone gives you advice, you know, if someone tells you that, beta, what are you doing? Whatever you are doing is not good for your future. It's going to harm you in the long run. It's not going to benefit you in the long run. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to listen to that advice. And that's the part of our human nature, and I understand this. And especially if that advice is coming from an Imam who is from Pakistan, then we will never like it. So I understand that this is a human nature. And it's not only me who is understanding it, Allah is understanding it as well. So I want to just share one ayah with you with regards to this nature of insan. That what Allah says about this in the Quran. Allah says that because human beings are interested in now, Allah gives an example. Allah says, وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا إِلَّا مَتَاعُ الْغُرُورِ. That the now that you are so interested in, this now is nothing but the means of deception. You know, our teacher used to give us this example, a very interesting example to help us understand this ayah. And hopefully, inshallah, this will help you to understand this ayah as well. So, you know, he used to tell us that every single night we go to bed. And every single night we see some kind of dream. Right? Sometimes we remember that dream, sometimes we don't remember that dream. So let's just imagine you go to bed and you saw this dream. And in this dream, you are in a beautiful house in central London. So you walk towards your window and you look out of the window and you see your Ferrari. And then you look behind you and you see your beautiful wife with impeccable character. And the next morning you wake up and you walk towards your window, you open your curtains, you look outside, and all of a sudden you realize, oh, I'm still living in Craig Miller Road. And then you look down, and instead of your Ferrari, you see your Iqra. And then from your background, you hear the voice of your wife telling you, oh, Zalima gal sun meri. Oh, Zalim, listen to me. And then all of a sudden you realize that whatever I have seen in the last night, it was a dream. It was a delusion. It was a means of deception. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us. That whatever you see in front of you, whatever you are interested in, it's a means of deception. Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu used to say that people think that they are awake, but when they will go into their qabr, then their real eyes will open. People are sleeping. All of them are sleeping. Only when they go into their qabr, then they will realize that they were living the means of deception. I know, but it's such a powerful example, because when you are in your qabr, everyone will walk away from you. When you will be placed in your qabr, when I will be placed in my qabr, everyone will walk away from us. Our parents will walk away. Our children will walk away. Our friends will walk away. Yes, they love us so much, but they all will walk away. And you look at the shroud, you look at the coffin, there are no pockets in the shroud. There are no pockets in the coffin. No one takes his house with him. No one takes his property with him. No one takes his mobile phone with him. No one takes his car with him. He will be in his qabr alone. I will be in my qabr alone. You will be in your qabr alone. The only thing that will stay with us is our amal. You know, this effort that we are making every single night, coming here, reading Taraweeh prayers, this will stay with us. You know the extra half an hour that I was asking you to give you to Allah? That will help us, inshallah. That will stay with us. Our zikr, our dua, our ibadat, our tahajjud, our salah, our a'mal, they will stay with us. They will protect us. No one else will protect us. No one. No one. So my brothers, don't let shaitan to deceive you. Don't let shaitan deceive you. It's just half an hour. This half an hour will not take anything away from your life. But it will give you so much when you will be in your qabr alone, in the darkness. Every single day our qabr is calling us. We can't hear it. But the entire makhluk of Allah other than insan, the entire creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala other than us, they can hear this call. Every single day qabr is calling us. Ana baytul doom, ana baytul wahsha, ana baytul zulma. I'm the house of loneliness. I'm the house of darkness. I'm the house of worms and insects. You better prepare yourself before you come to me. Don't let shaitan deceive you, brothers. Shaitan hates you to spend your time in the house of Allah. He hates you to spend your time with the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He will give you all the excuses. But half an hour, only half an hour. You probably say, Mulana, shayateen are already chained in the month of Ramadan. So how can we talk about shaitan? Yes, shaitan that we have outside, they all are chained. But we have a shaitan inside of us. We call it nafs. In English, we call it a soul. You know, just like our body needs sustenance to survive, our soul needs sustenance to survive as well. But the sustenance of soul is different. It's either Rahman or Shaitan. So either you feed your soul, you feed your soul on Shaitan, or you feed your soul on Rahman. Throughout the entire year, including myself, we all are feeding our souls on Shaitan. All of us. So in the month of Ramadan, we have shaitan inside ourselves. And Allah says, when your soul becomes shaitan, when it becomes evil, inna nafsa la ammaratun bisu, it will call you towards evil. You don't need shaitan outside. Your inside will call you towards evil. It's inside us. And it's deceiving us. Don't let it fool you any further. It will tell you that we have plenty of time. There is enough time. We will become righteous. When we will hit 40, when we will hit 50, we will become righteous. There is time to repent. You never know, brother. You never know. You know, wallahi, the day the angels blow soul in my body, exactly by that second, it's already decided when I'm going to die. It can be tonight. It may be tomorrow night, next week, next year. Maybe we won't get the opportunity to see the next Ramadan. We have this opportunity tonight, brothers. We have this opportunity tonight. And wallahi, Allah is showing us signs, brothers. Teenagers are passing away. Children are passing away. Elders are passing away. All of us who are sitting here, probably most of us, we have buried our loved one with our own hands. We have placed them in our cupboards. Most of you are sitting here, probably your grandparents died in front of you. You buried them with your own hands. Your parents, your brothers, your sisters, probably some of you have your children passed away in front of you. And you buried them with your own hands. If this is not going to wake us up, what is going to wake us up, brothers? What is going to wake us up? I'm not saying that we all are at the same level. We are at different level. Let's just do something. Improve ourselves. For last 20 nights, for last 20 days, we are only reading 8 rakat. Let's improve ourselves. Let's read 10, 12, 14, 16. If we can't read every night, let's read on the odd nights of the month of last 10 nights of the month of Ramadan. But let's do something. Improve ourselves. We are not competing against anyone. You're not competing against me. I'm not competing against you. We're competing against our own self. Just think about it. Last 20 days I've been doing this. Let me improve myself now. Let me improve myself now. And when we'll do this, inshallah, we will see the khair barakat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We will see it. So let's just make an intention. Let's just do something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's just in half an hour, brothers. Just half an hour. You spend this half an hour in the ibadat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will write a reward for you for a person who spends the entire night worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So are we ready for this now, inshallah? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us understanding. May Allah give us the tawfiq to understand whatever we have learned today. And may Allah give us the tawfiq to act upon it.